Are you confused by this real estate market in Florida? Are you completely confused as a buyer or seller, or maybe even just a casual observer of the real estate market in Florida? I completely understand. I think right now buyers are confused, sellers are confused. I'm going to say it, okay? I'm just going to say it. I think there's a lot of confused real estate agents out there. Now listen, can we just, before we jump into this, real estate agents do not set the price for your home. If you're a seller and you've chosen a smart real estate agent, and I hope that you have, then you should sit down with them, go over the comps. The comps are not a secret. The comps are everywhere. They're transparent. You can get them on the website that rhymes with pillow. You can get them on realtor.com, any of those. You can find comparables in your neighborhood, and you probably get newsletters from every agent in the county. It is transparent. It is not a secret. So if your agent shows up with comparables and it is substantiating what should be a list price of around $650,000, and you insist on listing at $850 because you think that we're in a COVID market, listen, the result of that is not going to work to your favor, okay? But the reverse of that, just quickly, because it happens, if the agent shows up with the comps at $650, or worse yet, shows up with comps outside of the neighborhood 3 miles away on the Gulf, and your house is just a regular tract home, and they say you can get $850 because they know they're competing with 5 other agents, that is problematic. You shouldn't go with that agent, and you should not, don't be the person that's on, what was that show called? Family Feud. You know what I'm talking about? Wherever you got 5 or 6 family members and everybody is saying, say the orange, say it's an orange, it's an orange, say it's an orange. And then the guy says, you know, Richard, I'm going to go on my own here, and I'm going to say banana. And the big X goes up. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. So I say all that because people like to blame real estate agents on everything. If you do something that's just weird and goofy, you're going to have bad results. You just are. So look for somebody who is reputable, who works in the area, who knows the area, who's providing strong comparables, all these things, and then everything should make sense. There should be nothing that you say, oh, well, that's weird, or oh, that's a surprise. No. So all that said, right now, what we're experiencing are delusional sellers. I mean, we just are. And it is not the real estate agent's fault that that is happening. So what the heck is going on here? What is happening? So let me give you some numbers. I did some just quick little run. I wanted to break this out for you because I think it does matter. In Collier County, I ran, right now, as of the filming of this video, I ran single family homes that are active listings in Collier County, single family, not including Marco Island, because that's Collier County too, but that's kind of its own thing over there. So right now, as of the filming of this video, there are 3,782 homes for sale in Collier County, single family. Condos, there are 2,931 condos for sale in Collier County. There are 482 townhomes. Now, why am I separating townhomes from condos? Because townhomes can usually go FHA, so that's going to change it a little bit. And then also with townhomes, they're not going to have the same guidelines and restrictions on any type of loan that you would bring. So I want to separate those out because they're not exactly a condo, they're a townhome. And then manufactured or mobile homes right now in Collier County are running at about 370 that are available for sale. So what does that mean? We have an abundance of homes on market right now, an abundance of homes. So why have the prices not dropped? What is going on? Why haven't they dropped? That is the question that I get. I do consultations all week long. I also get this question, do I represent buyers or sellers? Yes, both. YouTube, the YouTubes here where we met, this is not my job. Yes, I do YouTube, but I am a real estate agent. That's what I've done for 27 years. I've been a real estate agent. So yes, I can help you with your purchase or your sale. I have a team that I work with, and we cover the entire state of Florida. So if you need help, little quick shameless plug, my contact information is always below. We're happy to help you. A lot of times I consult in the background. And I work with my team members. Maybe they do all the door opening, they walk the property with you, and I do the negotiating. So absolutely, yes, I can help you. Contact information is below. But all of that said, where are the deals? I thought that this was the year for the deals. Now, listen, tough love here. What did I tell you? Your time for the deals began in the summer of 2025. Is it getting cold where you live? If you're wearing a jacket, then I'm going to tell you that we're moving out of that window. We're into the shoulder season. You know how I always tell you October, November, December is kind of the shoulder season where people are coming to Florida, but it's not full-blown season. Our full-blown season, when people have left their cold states, January, February, March, because when it's colder where you live, you're coming to Florida. So right now we're in that roll up towards season. So can you find good deals right now? Yes, you absolutely can. But as I always say, can you find exactly what you're looking for? If you only want 4 bedrooms, because you know,
Ashley and Johnny are getting ready to have kids, and we want them to visit.
And you only want a pool that faces west, and you only want white shaker cabinets, and you only want a gigantic tub shaped like a heart. If you have all these weird requirements and it comes down to 3 houses in the entire county, listen, you may have to pay what you pay. That's just the thing. But if you're just regular Joe buyer looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath pool home with a nice view, maybe a lake view of some sort, and you're still struggling, why is that happening? Well, let me tell you what I hear on a daily basis. I just want something newer. I want something with impact-resistant doors and windows. I don't want to be in a floodplain. I want to be in the North Naples area. I want to be a 15-minute drive from the beach, and I can spend about $600,000. Now, here's the thing. In the summer, if you were looking, that $685,000 house, could we get that for $650,000? Probably. Could we get it for $625,000? Probably. But now people have dreams and hopes and aspirations. Trust me when I tell you, I am getting calls all week long from sellers in Naples that are saying, I waited out the summer and I didn't want to list my house during summer because I know that's the time where the desperate people put their home on market. So I want to list my house for $750,000 come season. So here I am. I run the comps, and the comps say that their house should list for $650,000, but they want to list it for $750,000. And listen, that is not an isolated incident. It's not. People are doing that. They're still doing that. So what is that causing? That is causing homes to stack up on market like a car wreck. You know what I mean? Just stacking up. And so what does that do to buyers? Buyers are saying, whoa, why are there so many homes on the market? Why are people still trying to get out of Florida? Listen, here's the thing. On top of that, we didn't have a bad storm season. It was a great season. I knock on wood. It's not over yet. We still got about another month to go. But no, that was really a good thing for the area, for Southwest Florida and Florida as a whole, to not get hit with a massive hurricane. But double-edged sword for buyers and sellers. The sellers have this false sense of confidence that the buyers are going to have more confidence to come overpay for their house. And I'm just telling you, it's not happening. Now, here's the thing. Is it happening anywhere? Yeah, it is. Let me run you some right now, and I'm just going to kind of scroll the screen and let you see what's active. I'm just going to pick a couple neighborhoods and randomly look at things. This is just completely random. You can see we are getting back to pre-COVID pricing. It's happening. I don't care if your house has a bigger laundry room than Joe and Susan next door. You are not getting $75,000 more for that bigger laundry room. So what it comes down to is, do you actually want to sell? And you have to ask yourself that. Do you actually want to sell? Because I can promise you that we are shifting towards those pre-COVID numbers right now. So you might think, but Barrett, did I wait too long? What do I do at this point? Now you're saying that we're moving into the shoulder season. Am I just out? No, you still have October, November, December, because there are still a lot of people that are trying to kind of figure out, okay, I didn't sell in the summer. It didn't happen for us. So what do? And there are some sellers, not all, but there are some sellers out there that will take a lower reasonable offer, especially if you present with an offer that makes sense. And we do it all the time, that we'll say, look, we're not trying to insult you. We're sure that you went over this with your sellers, but all the comparables are $800,000 and you're priced at $1.1 million. And that at that point will shake out either a conversation between that agent and the seller, hopefully a reasonable one, to kind of go over those numbers again, or it at least lets us know that we need to eliminate that seller because they're completely unrealistic and they don't really want to sell. So I hope that helps you understand the market. Right now, the market is a bit schizophrenic because everybody's trying to figure out where we are. But in the chaos, there are still very good deals to be had.